Hello everyone, my microphone glitched at the beginning of this video, but it does fix itself at around 3 minutes in, so please enjoy.
She's serving idiot. Hello beautifuls, welcome back to my Chanel. I feel a little bit like I'm kind of serving Resident Evil does. The Italian Oscars biscuit, the Oscars.
I doubt it.
So my lovelies, welcome back to another episode of America's Next Top Scandal Girls. What a season it's turning out to be. What a season of deceit, of lies, of drama. The girls are girling, the dolls are dolling, and the gays, well, nowhere to be seen.
She's dead.
So, my lovelies, one of the top comments on the last episode of America's Next Top Scandal Girls is by Ariel, CH6JD, and they say, the audacity of Anne to suggest that exposing someone's potential eating disorder is a way of getting even for something she did. The girls are something else this season. Do you know what? I fully agree. Do you fully agree, Mr. Biscuit? Do you think the girlies are girling this season? It feels like what we're actually seeing is kind of the first time that the girls in this season are realising how intense this, competition is. And just, I suppose, what exactly is at stake here, because when this came out, when this show was airing live back in 2005, I guess, to be seen on reality TV and to be seen as being successful at TV and modelling and all of the such celebrity nonsense was seen as the ultimate goal of someone who wanted fame. It would just be everywhere and the adverts for this show would be so intense, who is it going to be? Who's going to be the next winner of the Hunger Games? It was very that. Today we are watching episode 7 of Cycle 3, my lovelies, so we are speeding through this season. It hasn't been so long since I've actually done one of these last episodes, and you know what? I keep saying it, and I'm gonna really try to make my America's Next Top Model videos every 2 weeks, because it's what the people want, and it's what the people deserve. But do stay tuned, because Janice Dickinson will be back in my next upload day. I think that's Thursday. Or it might be Monday, depending. So, my lovelies, I do have a tendency to power waffle during these introductions, so make sure you get your beverage at the ready. Do you know what's really happened in my life recently? I have completely gone off caffeine. I have very little to no interest in caffeine currently, so I am on the Pepsi Max, drunk from the skull of my enemies. Make sure you grab your America's Next Top Model branded Ohanger, pop it right into your little Ohanger hole, and let's watch America's Next Top Scandal Girls, Cycle 3, Episode 7. What kind of abject nonsense are we going to see today, I wonder?
Who will be eliminated?
Who will be eliminated? 12 weeks on the game, it's Anne. She's on the game, it's Cassie. Yaya needs to win, I say this every time. Who's going to go today? We had quite a, disruptive, emotional, predictable elimination. Elongated last week, didn't we? So I wonder who will be elongated tonight. Horrible! Amanda, who will be? A woman at the end of the night still after she leaves her pumpkin. Tyra.
Unfortunately, my loves, I just lost the introduction of that because my microphone was like, do you know what? I'm not selected correctly, and that's your fault because you've just got a cinema camera and you don't know what you're doing, do you, bitch?
That's so stupid. She time travels and she's a medium.
I found a banana.
Don't say it!
Oh, happy ladies, jumping ladies. Don't forget your jumping ladies. Stop doing all that.
That's a lot.
I'm just not having fun. I don't want to miss my family and I don't want to miss my boyfriend, but my heart is hurting right now. It's just really sad. There's a sadness inside of me.
Not a sadness inside.
Yeah. You have to move to New York. You don't have time for a boyfriend anymore. You don't have time to do anything but except work.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Am I gonna come with you? But I'm not just gonna pick up and leave.
No, CJ. Don't want to let you go. I'm here.
Oh, interesting. I mean, she is a young woman, but the idea of being like, I might need to move to New York or spend time in New York to make my career flourish, and your partner is like, well, I'm just just not gonna do all that. Like, if you really love each other, you find a way to make it work. It doesn't have to be like, oh, bring your entire life with you here. But you need some, like, compromise. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm in my mid-30s now. Am I? Kind of. I'm in my early 30s. I'm in my late 20s. I'm just a teenager. And because I am of this age, I do feel like I'm willing to put a lot more compromise in. Like, if an opportunity comes up, it's not the end of the world to have to be like, do you know what? I'm going to spend some time over there doing this. We're going to take things a bit slower. Everything's at a more sensible pace. I feel like when you're younger, you need things to happen like immediately, or you're wasting your life. Whereas the older you get, the more you're like, do you know what? It can take a little bit longer. It's fine. It's chocolate. All speeding through the sky.
Good though.
Seriously,
what is that?
You're gonna get sick if you just leave it like that.
I do like that all the time. I might roll over in the middle of the night and eat some. My mama eating her sleep.
That's not good.
But she be asleep, doesn't she?
Storing potatoes next to the bed. Oh, you're not allowed to see that book, no.
I love my curves. Some people think that America's not ready for a plus-size model. I'm here to break that norm. I would be the first black plus-size model to be on the cover of 20 magazines. I don't want to stay in my category. I want to go into the straight size.
I wish I was more like Tocarra. She's fabulous. She has confidence in herself.
She is very confident.
Everyone has that, but like I have that. Lower stomach has like a little pudge. I would like it to be more abby, and I still have a little bit of flabby.
Wow. Okay. What we just saw there was a very slim girl having a industry pressure to have less flabby on her, as she says. And that, oh, my neighbour is looking at me. Hello, yes, you are not invited to the show. What we're seeing there is clear industry pressure, making an already slender young girl feel like she is somehow overweight or flabby. And I feel a bit sickened about that because I know for a fact at that age, I would have felt the same. How vile is that? Now I'm at this age, I'm like, do you know what? A little bit of something extra isn't the end of the world. It's not the end of the entire life. And weirdly enough, I feel like the modeling industry, it's one of those things where it really is kind of like a young person's game. Like, if you're going to become an absolute supermodel, A, you have to have the most incredible genetics anyway, and there isn't a room full of supermodels on the planet. There is literally just a handful of people in the industry that get to that status. And I suppose this kind of show has advertised America's Next Top Model as like, can you be the world's next supermodel? And I feel like it's a little bit like, I feel like that's a little bit disingenuous because supermodels are like found at like 14 and they're always plucked from like the village of this very rural place where everyone is 7 feet tall and weigh 3 pounds.
Oh, that's terrible. Thank you.
By the time you're already like 20 and getting onto this show, I feel like most supermodels are already scouted at that age. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I can't think of anything in like the modern era in which someone has been scouted from like 20 to 22 or above and then like had supermodel success in the modeling industry. Can you think of anyone? Because even Janice Dickinson was like,
I was 8 and I fell out of this car and there was a photographer and it was a perfect fashion moment.
It was an accident!
Unhinged.
Hi, it's Tyra. All right, I need you to get everybody together, okay? Because you guys are gonna meet me for a little challenge. Now you need to wear some comfortable shoes, but bring some high heels too.
That's recording, isn't it? Hello? It's just like, hi bitches, get up and go.
Just got a call from Tyra. We have to dress like we're going to panel and bring comfortable shoes.
We're going to panel. Judging already. We're doing this episode backwards. Everybody goes home
We were told
first.
to bring flats and heels. We didn't know why.
We gotta leave walking out the door.
Beep, 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 beep. Synthwave. Beep, beep. Synthwave. Blue camisole.
So you guys have been working really hard for the last couple of weeks. You've been working with some of the top photographers, but people don't know you exist. Now it's time to send you out.
You are a mirage.
To the sharks. You're gonna experience a day in the life
Is this
of
go-sees?
a model going on go-sees during fashion week. A go-see means you just
go-see
the
go.
client to let them know that you are alive.
Why is it called go-sees? Is it actually industry called go-sees? Not like a go-and-see, interview, job.
So we have put together portfolios here.
Oh, a portfolio.
Tyra,
Tyra gave us our portfolios, our best photos that we have taken.
Do you know, I know this is completely off subject. For some reason, every time I curl my hair, because now I have implants, anytime I have curled hair that curls outwards, it like wants to go under my arm and I'm like pulling on my hair like this as I talk. It's really annoying. Stop it.
It's our portfolios, our best photos that we have taken thus far. I was so stoked.
Right.
It was just so exciting because it makes you feel like, hey, I'm a model, like I can do this too.
It is, so actually a portfolio is kind of a moment. In any of the visual arts, like industry job pathways, I guess you could call them, having like your first portfolio is quite exciting. It's quite exciting. I had one as a photographer when I was a working photographer. I had one as a makeup artist.
It has like the worst portfolio.
Body language is not good.
Oh, she has the worst portfolio because nobody likes her.
She was the worst.
Last week, I was in the bottom 2 for elimination.
Pretty girl, not photogenic.
But I felt good about go-sees because it's in person and it's not pictures and people like me in person and I'm pretty in person.
You're gonna be judged on overall looks. We know this is the modeling industry, so it is about the physical. You're gonna be judged on
we are gonna tell you you're all scum and you should drown in a lake.
Good heavens.
You're also going to be judged on your personality. Of course, whoever gets the most praise gets an amazing prize.
Oh no! Will somebody give Amanda a toner, please? Poor Amanda, struggling with this hair. Also, half of her hair extensions have come out at this point. She's got a couple of wisps at the end. Maybe she needs Wella T18 after we watched that TikTok the other day. Would T18 fix this?
No.
Praise gets an amazing prize, a rack of clothes from each designer that you see today. These girls are so lucky.
And shaking.
I set up for them to have go-sees with 5 of the top.
Look at that hair, she's like a lion.
Diane von Furstenberg.
Von Furstenberg. Amanda Lepore.
Nanette Lepore.
Mark Bell. And to be honest, I don't know if there's ever a good time in this video to do this, but it's time for the Twitch shout-out, my lovelies, which goes to Fabled Femme. Thank you so much for following me over on Twitch, you stunning woman on the go. And if you want to be in with a chance of being featured in my next video's Twitch shout-out, make sure you follow me on Twitch. It is Luxeria Plays, and I stream every Monday and Thursday, my loves. And with that, back to the video.
Mark Bauer.
Cynthia. No, can't say that.
Rowley.
Cynthia Rowley. No say.
Nicole Miller.
Nick Quabliers. Everybody into the Jeeps and think about what you've done.
Going into the go-sees, I know I have to make the right impression. You know, come across as being someone that they want to work with.
So, if we're going to go by my previous ability to predict who's going to be in the bottom, Anne is getting a lot of early, like, commentary moments here, so I think she's going to be like, the storyline revolves around like,
does Anne's shit portfolio turn the tides on her career?
Tune in next week and find out.
So this episode's probably going to heavily involve Anne's maybe redemption from her clear, struggling, awful attitude from last week, in which she was literally just a bully. I do wonder though if we're seeing everything like 100% production based, or if we are actually also seeing someone feel like they're not doing very well in a competitive environment and we see them kind of like starting to crack and crumble, and maybe that's why she's being so awful. But then again, earlier in the season I quite liked Anne, but she's also like very like codependent on her relationship with Eva. She's also been quite like snipey with the other girls, so clearly Anne is like got maybe a little bit of like self-growth to do, but she's very young in this show. I think she's 21, isn't she? Is she 21? I'll put the age here. At the time of filming, which is very, very, very young. Some insecurities, unfortunately, just stay with you through your 20s, and it can take a little while to fully form, like, your adult persona. So maybe she has reason to, but I do feel like this episode's gonna be like, Anne, what's she doing next?
Nicole.
Right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
like
to meet you.
Thank you. It's different being in New York because I'm so not used to, like, fashion and stuff.
Well, we're casting for our Miller Girl fashion show. So we want somebody with a really young, peppy look. So we're gonna put an outfit on you, and then we're gonna see how you
Young
walk.
and peppy.
Sounds good.
Great looks, good personality.
Young and peppy girls. Ooh, Cassie looks young and peppy. Oh my god, we have not heard a single word from Nicole for like weeks at this point. She had one sentence in the last episode. What's happened to Nicole?
So how'd you get in Yaya? That's so unusual.
It's actually really common in West Africa.
Nicole Miller. Her clothes are great. They fit me.
Oh dear, I can understand nerves. That did kind of come across a little bit rude, but I can feel like, you know, in a situation where you're like, oh, I don't know what to say. When someone is saying like, that's an unusual thing, if you respond with any of the variation of the word actually, it always feels a little bit like excessively abrasive and hostile. Excessively abrasive and hostile.
And I felt very wonderful in them.
Right, so Tocarra, yes.
Where are you from?
California, Orange County. I don't think I'm the most beautiful girl here. Like I'm still like funny, like dorky girl.
You've never done any modeling.
Can we not have slurs, please? Thank you.
You've never done any modeling. Oh.
Well, technically you have. This is a show. This is your modeling show.
Potential in me.
No.
That's what I don't understand. This show, although I've always said throughout the show, like they don't really give them any positive critique to actually make them good models. They're just kind of like, into the deep end, can you take a photo? Oh no. They have actually done like campaigns and shoots so far. I'm surprised that no one, like no producer somewhere has said, you have actually done modeling. You have a portfolio in front of you. Clearly you're doing modeling. Even if it is just for like ridiculous things that they've set up in the show, it's still modeling. Like, experience at university during your subject is still experience. It might not necessarily be industry experience, but it's still expertise in your subject.
She's educated. They see like some potential in
Legs.
me.
No. Stop right there. More like an assertive walk, okay?
An assertive walk. Oh dear, that didn't go well.
I wanted to slap myself when I saw that all the other girls have high heels with them, and I don't.
No.
I just wasn't thinking.
Amanda didn't have shoes, so I let her borrow my shoes.
Oh, that's
I had to wear shoes
lovely.
that were 1.5 sizes too small.
That's modeling.
My walks.
Oh no! Look at how bad this hair extensions are. Can someone step in and save Amanda's piss hair? It's not her fault, by the way.
My walks very uneven and kind of like swayed to and fro.
Camisoles.
Okay.
Right now, I need to do something that makes my confidence higher.
Amanda forgot her shoes, so she needed to run to the store.
Oh.
And of course, we all wanted to go. We wanted to look at shoes. And so Amanda went, Eva went, I went, Tocarra went, and Cassie went.
So this is different to the other seasons' go-sees. The first season, they took them to Paris and put them on go-sees and also said, you're going to navigate the city and we don't know what's going to happen and you've got 5 hours to do all that. In the last one, we saw another timed instance of like, go, quickly, girls. This one, it seems like, no time, just go throughout your day. Maybe if you need a pair of shoes, let's all go shopping for shoes.
I think you have too many shoes.
Shut up. So it's interesting that for this season, they've just kind of gone, go on.
Tall stiletto, bright color. Super quick. I love
bright colors.
There was only 15 minutes before our next go-see.
Right. Why are you trying on ballet pumps? This isn't the time, sis. Electric lime. Oh,
This is a competition.
Do you know, there's something so hateful about a severely pointed shoe with a low heel. I don't know why. It's just a very unsightly clog.
So not all of us were running around. I understand if one person needs to get a pair of shoes, but the fact that it turned into a field trip, I was not happy.
Yes, today is not the day, is it?
We had 15 minutes, and I think we were there a little longer.
Hippo shoes? What horrible name.
Where's the car? Our vehicles have left us. Gone. Just gone.
You were given 15 minutes.
Our van is gone, and we don't know where our next go-see is.
We went back up to Nicole Miller.
Hi, do you guys have our itinerary? I mean, they left us. Do you know where about where we're going?
Oh, she's had enough time to get a Starbucks, though.
Do you want us to help you? Please.
What was that?
Do you want us to help you? Please.
You want us to help you? She's saying it like, how dare you ask me for any help? Now we've got a manufactured drama in this episode. I wonder if maybe they weren't told they only had 15 minutes to go get some shoes for Amanda, or if maybe they were like, you can go get some shoes for Amanda. It'll only be 15 minutes. And we'll wait for you here. Only for 15 minutes. Oh, look, Barbara, they're not back. Do you know what we need to do? Leave them behind.
Oh, scandalous.
Yelling at a woman.
What is it? Damn. Don't rip it. 214.
Dula peep.
You guys left me. What the hell?
What was that? Oh, Amanda's hair. They've done her over dirty, girls. What is all this music? Like chaotic trumpets and saxophones and running and synthwave.
Go see is. None of us were New Yorkers. Everyone was freaking out.
Boobs bouncing everywhere.
Do you know anywhere about where we're going?
39. Nicole, Norel, and I arrived first, and we're waiting in the lobby for them. I felt like a half an hour went by.
Why are you waiting for them? It's their fault.
We are 20 minutes late to Nanette Lepore.
We're going up.
We're already late.
Come on, we're in such a hurry.
Oh, I feel like there is something so naughty about being late to a meeting. If I was a hiring person, let's just say, I don't know, I'm hiring someone to work with me and they turned up half an hour late with a Starbucks in their hand, I would be a bit like, my time isn't valuable to you? No? Whereas if someone was like, oh my God, my shoes broke and I spent 5 minutes quickly grabbing a pair and dashing here and they're a little bit late, then that's a bit more lenient. I don't know. It's a little bit like, come on, sis.
Come on.
I hate being late for things. Right, here we go. Oh, the judgment. The gaggle of geese walk in.
Why are you making it to the pageant?
You're 20 minutes late. I'm very upset. You really have to make your deadlines if you're serious about having a career in modeling. So we're going to bring you back in one at a time, and just please
and
remember,
execute
if
you.
you have to meet any kind of deadline where I'm involved, please respect it from now on.
Whose fault was it?
There was 5 of us. There was 5 of us, but
I'll take all responsibility.
I don't think she understood the fact that it wasn't just me.
Okay.
So
but you just
what
said you were
size
going
are
to take
you?
responsibility.
These are 25s. So. I felt taking responsibility. I would get me some points, but it just made her really dislike me.
Okay, so Amanda, I give her a hippie-ish for personal style. A little biker meets hippie.
She's also really long-waisted. She's got really short legs.
Poor thing. Nicole, she looks like she's got
Oh, it's so judgmental, isn't it? She's got a poor neck, a long waist, tiny legs, a hippie biker. No, get out and think about what you've done.
Oh my God.
It's really uncomfortable to watch, isn't it? I mean, like, I worked in, well, kind of adjacent to this industry. I was never a model. I've worked on models. I've worked with them both behind the camera and in front of the camera. But it's like, still to this day, whenever I hear someone in like artistic direction or design being particularly cruel, my brain does go, this is wrong. And my skin does go, I don't like it. Don't like it, girls. I don't like it.
Poor thing. Nicole, she looks like she's got it.
Yeah.
Almost.
She's got it almost. Not quite, so she's dead.
The piggy above her nose.
I thought she was the most striking when we saw the whole group together.
Interesting.
Cassie.
She's
Eva's
got
also
a
not being
cute
very
young
nice.
look. She might be a little bit. She's not exactly a size 2. That's really pretty.
Norel, I actually think she looks better in her pictures. And be a little bit alive in your face. Like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's
so much better.
Just to let you know, 3 of us were here waiting in the lobby for half an hour, but
I know.
we do really want to be here.
I know that you were on time to come on here.
Okay.
She's cute.
So she gets the adorable.
I'm a full-figure model. I'm gonna be the first Black plus-size supermodel in the world.
She gets like double stars here
Yeah.
for personality.
She's got to like break ground if she wants to do something kind of mainstream fashion.
Yes.
Which is not easy ground to break.
What size shirt is it? Okay, sorry.
I thought there was going to be something a bit cooler.
I'm sorry. These clothes on these rags and all the girls, they can probably fit everything on there, you know. They barely find anything that can fit me. My breasts look okay?
She was busting out of that jacket.
And that would be the biggest size we cut. But what are you gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
It is a frustrating thing that they don't have my size.
That is kind of interesting that this show decided to have a plus-size model and then also decide to work with designers that do not cater to a plus-size model, because that feels like a setup. Is there any other way that you can look at that? Like, let's assume for a second that we are part of the production team. A show like this would have been planned for months. They would have gotten all the gifts and the little adventures and the little, like, rewards and parts of the challenges already organised before filming started. That means they would have had an idea of who they want to be cast on this show who fit certain roles, and they would have known the sizes of those people that they want to fit in certain roles. So I can't come to a conclusion except that it's a setup. Had they have known all of this, but they've led us to believe that, like, oh, she's only met her on the day. It's like, no, they would have preemptively chosen certain people to fit certain archetypes on this show, plus size definitely being one of them. So it's interesting that they're kind of playing it off as like, well, that was the largest size we had, and there's just not a place for you here in this design house. It's like, well, how is Tocarra meant to feel in that situation? Did they want a kind of fiery attitude reaction there for, like, good TV? Is that what they wanted? Probably. It's America's Next Top Model. Right. Speeding down the road. Diane.
Just wear the dress
Diana
and look
CD
beautiful
DVD.
and easy.
Oh, she's got old Hollywood written all over her.
Turn around.
It's basically a competition. The person with the most points will win a rack of clothing from the designers.
Yes.
When I cast a show, I like girls to have their own personality in a sense.
Yes.
And of course, they must know how to walk.
I am proud of myself. I didn't fall and I didn't slip.
Why are you smiling?
Because I'm happy.
Okay. She doesn't walk that great.
It's hard for them to walk.
Yeah, but even real models don't walk well. Okay, so...
What was that?
But even real models.
Yes, but even real models can't walk. Okay, interesting judgment criteria.
Don't walk well. Okay, so do we have anything? Give her a black. Is it working? Tocarra, she would be a good model for people who would want that kind of a girl.
Yes, and by extension, what are you saying, Diane? Are you saying, not for me, it's not for me? Is that what you're trying to say? Interesting. Okay, another strike against the Ghosties for Tocarra. Cynthia goes! This is your favourite designer.
Thank you for picking up today.
You had time to shop today? Nice. Cute.
Well, you didn't really.
So can you
Emergency.
walk for us?
A little homosexual pet, is that? No!
Great.
Oh, her music. She's got the goiter.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Cruella did.
Perfect. Yeah.
I was gonna say a word you can't say on YouTube then, naughty.
That was the Silly Goose Police. You need to turn yourself in.
Nice. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
I like the designer lady's lipstick colour. Ooh, okay.
The dresses that were my size, they're really big and no shape and no form. I have to work twice as hard just to be on the same level as the other girls.
Interesting. All right, the night time. Everybody's tired. Nobody's got a job. Welcome to the job centre.
Not too fast. Pretend we're not here.
Today is like a 12-hour day. I mean, it's ridiculously tiring.
Right, this is Nicole's allotted 17-word sentence. Be prepared to never hear from her again.
Modeling is very difficult.
Just kick your feet forward as you work. Oops.
Oh, damn.
All right, let's try that again.
Oh, I see.
Tocarra's
so
a movie
flow.
star. All right. Okay, let's try to walk without tripping this time. That's too fast.
I'm just concentrating like the most on not falling.
A little wobbly on those heels.
I'm trying to work it the best that I can.
Oh, a bit
totally ready for the
Mugler.
runway. Great, totally ready for the runway.
Ready for the runway, bitch!
Great job.
Oh, but we don't like Anne at the moment. She's not being very good.
I like that confidence. Great.
Oh, she's on the go.
I think that your thighs are a little big for this dress. I'm gonna have you walk in it with the zipper open. I think the biggest concern with Cassie, for me, was the size of her hips. I just want to measure your thighs just to see where we're at. Normally we like about no more than 35.
I think I'm right at the...
We're at 39. Okay. I prefer a smaller hip.
I don't appreciate the fact that he told me that my hips and butt were too big for his personal taste. I don't need to model for Mark Bauer.
Yeah, that is cruel. You did not need to do all that, sir. What was that? That was shameful, that was lying, that was degrading. Cassie is having such a rough time on this show. We've gone from the last episode being she's being attacked for potentially having an eating disorder. She's being told by Janice Dickinson she looks 5 weeks pregnant. To now a designer being like, oh, well, your thighs are not to my personal taste. Well, sir, take your hateful attitude and think about what you've done. Ken doll reject.
Made her personality equal. She'll bring her up to 42.
Oh, I don't like. No.
Mark Bauer is the.
Being somebody who has had issues with my body type and my body sizing and my body like weight and fitness levels, the idea that someone could say your thighs are 39 and that's just, we don't like that. I mean, I understand from a modeling perspective, you have criteria and you go, do you know what? You're outside of that. We are not going to choose you today. There is no need to be like, right, in front of everyone, time to investigate your pussy. Like, that's just so... This type of person, if I was at a party, I'd be like, that is one of the worst kind of people I've ever met, and I never want to speak to them again.
One that announces total sum of scores for the day.
Okay, girls. Starting from the lowest to the highest.
Right.
Norel,
oh, he gets to deliver the...
You scored 170. Nicole, 178.5. Tocarra, 181. Cassie, 184. Ava, 188.5.
Cassie is really holding it together quite well. I'd be so like...
188.5.
Going.
There are 2 girls that are neck and neck in this. Yaya, 211. And 207.5. Yaya
has won, okay.
You're gonna choose a friend,
excellent,
and you're gonna receive a rack of clothes from all the designers that you saw today.
Nicole.
Oh. Nicole, someone who we don't know anything about.
And didn't get anywhere.
Check it, you give your all, and sometimes it's great.
And it's not good enough, though. In the situation that we're in, I don't have the luxury to suck or to be at the bottom.
Being last, it makes me feel like, why am I here? Like, pointless.
Oh.
Like, I feel like a joke.
That wasn't a very good poker face, was it? If you were told bad news on television, I feel like the worst thing to do is be like, what? Like, you kind of have to be like, okay, right, clearly this is my demise storyline.
To make yourself stronger, you stand up tall and you say, I'm the real.
Yeah, obstacles are nothing but things to step off of.
She's got a phrase or two. Where's that?
I really come on, but I look at it
Big
first.
brown bag.
Yaya wins the Go See Challenge, and she wins a rack of clothes from all the designers.
Okay, is this the unveiling?
Are those for you?
Sugar mama.
No, this is Yaya.
This is
Oh, that was adorable.
Yeah, you did such a great job at the Go See. It was a pleasure to have met you, and I look forward to hearing a lot about you in the future.
That's adorable.
Oh, that's
Look at
nice.
you, you're like, hey. Put it on.
Nice lady.
I don't even want to watch them. I'll go back to bed.
So being on time was very positive for her.
I'm very happy for Yaya. And at the same time, I was getting nervous and scared because you don't see a lot of big girls in high fashion.
Oh, this is cute.
What? How many times are they going to show the same shot of Tocarra being like, I close my book and I'm disgusted. She probably only did it once, but they're like, every time, look, oh, scum. Oh, look at her, looking at her, oh, scum. Scum again, oh, awful, yeah, scum.
I totally feel a lot of pressure because I'm here with girls who are all thin, and I don't know how to compete with them.
So the last 2 episodes have been, like, thin storylines.
On my clothes, I'll be back.
Okay, what was that sound effect for? Oh, they're attending a wake today.
Oh, you're doing the best that you can. Yeah, but that's not good enough. And I felt good.
I know I've said it before, but this room is absolutely disgusting. What's with the crystals emerging from the wall like some sort of mycelium growth?
The best that you can. Yeah, but that's not good enough. And I felt good, and like I was the worst one here.
At first, I was so mad that I feel like I'm giving my all, but it's still not coming out the way I want it to come out.
Remember, it's up to you to see the beauty in you.
you know? And you know what? I want you to start doing this too. I want you to put your arms around yourself and hug yourself.
She was just telling me like little things, which sound like little things like Mom, shut up, but they really do help.
I may not be good enough now, but I'll be good enough someday. You're good enough now. Right,
oh, mummies.
Bye.
Mummy.
We go to the Sunburnt Cow for dinner.
The Sunburnt Cow?
Australian.
How are you all doing this evening? I'll tell you a little bit about the menu this evening. The specialties of the house, definitely the roux line. That's kangaroo. You know, want to try something different.
A Diet Coke with lime, please. This week has been probably the hardest since I've been here. Mark Bauer puts me off because he's like, oh, okay, so you're actually...
I just want to measure your thighs
yeah,
just to see where we're
vile.
at. Okay, we're at 39. I prefer a smaller hip.
I felt just kind of singled out for some reason.
Cassie has a lot going on behind closed doors. She seems really emotional inside, really unsure.
Tasted this good.
It's just a lot of things going through my head. It's just really cloudy up here.
I have no modeling experience.
This really is not the environment for Cassie.
Whatsoever, and 6 cuts later, I'm still here. I've progressed so much, and as much as I beat myself up, like I think that I just see progression in myself, whether they see it or not, or whether they think I'm trying my hardest, I know that I am. I may seem like a little goofy, and I think I come off as not like I'm not serious about this, but I am like
She's very bubbly, isn't she? A bubbly lady. That's the length of that. My goodness, I forgot that like the mid-2000s was like, this belt is an outfit.
Look at her booty! Girls like, slide X. Wow.
But I think there was something in the kangaroo because we left that restaurant and we're like loopy in the car.
It's so weird when
LSD laced kangaroo girls. I am obviously not a meat eater. What does kangaroo taste like? Anybody here in the audience who's eaten kangaroo? Is it like regular like cow steak, beef steak, or is it like I don't know. It seems like it would be quite vascular and quite muscular. So maybe more like lamb meets beef. I don't know. What does it taste like?
We think it's funny because Narelle, she is the most innocent like girl you've ever met.
Let's have a 4-week
What? And she said in the car, she goes, I kissed Anne. And we just start laughing because this is Narelle's like coming out of her shell.
She's coming out of something. Why? Lesbian storyline now? Okay.
We're going in all naked.
We are having a party at our lab. So how about you have your party and we'll have ours.
All right.
They're out of control.
Oh. She like, get out of my room, please. Right, everybody naked in the hot tub.
Jump in the hot tub.
Better than the Italian one that happened.
Which was fun and nice and
last season.
It just brings out your bad side.
It's all about the taste.
To all that have left, and to those that will remain.
Beautiful.
Are they having a glamour
No, he could
party?
not be, Mom. Well, I mean, he's doing better, so he's on the antibiotics.
We saw this scene earlier. We saw this exact scene earlier in this same outfit. Are we meant to believe that this is like her at the party?
He's doing better, so he's on the antibiotics and stuff.
I found out that my uncle's really sick, and family means a lot to me, and I question whether or not I should be here. I don't want to stay, especially with Uncle Mike sick.
Give it all you've got so that you won't have any regrets.
I am.
No matter what. Love you, baby.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I don't want to be here anymore, but I don't want to be the girl known as the one that quit.
That is so interesting. So interesting to me. I can't imagine any situation in which I would be, like, basically interviewing for a job process. If someone was to phone me and say, your uncle's on antibiotics, I would not be like, right, I'm coming back. Right, what does this Tyra say?
From week to week, the stress is getting worse and worse.
They're fully aware that they are literally, like, mentally disrupting these girls for life.
But the modelling world shows no mercy.
Wait, what's the and on the outside? And tomorrow. Interesting. Graphic design is my passion.
Tomorrow you'll double over from all the straw. Be ready to leave at 8 in the morning.
Straw? The straw?
Let's go meet them nasty answers. Come, Tyra, now. Right. Go stay over there, please. From week to week, the stress is getting worse and worse. And tomorrow, you'll double over from all the strain. You'll
Interpretive
double
dance.
over from all the strain.
Still want to be America's Next Top Model, and I'm still going to give 110% when I'm in front of that camera.
Everybody does a pose on a squatty potty. Right, the morning after the night's got out.
So we get to the photo shoot.
Right.
There's this dude standing there waiting for us.
Is that Miss J? Ha! I saw it! I knew it!
What's up? What's up?
I can't wait till we get to the seasons where Miss J is like a permanent judge, because I know she's a little bit problematic as well, but for some reason it does bring me joy to see someone so overtly flamboyant on a mainline TV show who's black, proudly gay, and gender non-conforming. It's just wonderful to see. And for back in the day, this was like groundbreaking. Even though slightly problematic. Oh yes, he was also there for that runway show where Amanda's storyline was like, they're making her walk in the dark.
What's up?
Yo. I was like, Miss J.
Morning. What's happening? So today we have someone here because J. Manuel will not be here today. Oh, so we have somebody else. Here it is. Come on out. Where's
Tyra, obviously. Oh, Miss...
Work it out.
This woman walks out.
Eva's transphobia dropped out then, didn't it?
I thought, this is a really ugly woman.
Work it out. Work it out.
You better all give it up for me. I'll get up for this.
Did they not realise, surely?
And I'm like, SJ!
I know I'm gorgeous.
And I'm just like, gross.
Damn.
Don't touch.
Who? Gross.
Damn.
Don't.
Oh no! There's me defending Cassie from being like, basically traumatized by this show, and she's like, drag is disgusting. It's like, okay, wow, right, okay. Oh, it's very complicated, isn't it? What a complicated show, right?
Touch. Because he looks like a woman, and that's not stuff you see every day in Oklahoma.
For those who haven't figured it out, yes, it is Jay. This is the one and only time I will ever dress like a woman to illustrate a point. The power of transformation. Do you have what it takes to become a completely different persona other than yourself?
Interesting.
Today you're going to be doing a photo shoot with a twist. You'll be doing 2 shots.
Is this the first instance of drag that we see on America's Next Top Model? Because I know in later seasons we see some, but have we seen it yet? I think this might be the first time we see drag on this show.
Up as 2 extremely opposite personas. Then we'll put the 2 images together into one photograph. Your challenge
male drag.
will be to make it look like these 2 alter egos are interacting with each other. Now the Ford Mustang is gonna set the scene for all of your shots today. The Mustang represents sexuality, grit, toughness, and it's unmistakably Mustang. And it's a cultural icon, like myself.
I'm in the modeling boot camp right now. This is truly boot camp. I'm getting ready for the real world, baby.
Booty camp.
Child, my feet are killing me. So your photographer today, Davide, has shot all over this world. He's an acclaimed fashion photographer.
Hey!
Davide. Hello, girls.
This is they're gorgeous, right?
Oh my God. Today's a big day. It's a cold day.
Oh,
strip down, baby.
Someone give her a pissing toner.
Marilyn Manson.
What we doing?
Yeah. Extreme.
Massive. Oh, what? Is this? Are they not doing?
You're not back.
What?
Mr. J told us that we were going to be 2 different people, our regular day person and then our alter ego.
Oh, I see. So they're not doing male drag. That's later in the
right.
cycles,
Right there.
I guess. Ooh, very flowy.
It's kind of like acting. I had to be shocked, and there was nothing to be shocked at because they were going to put the 2 composites together. So my regular in raw, I had to stand there and be like,
can you even do this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are they actually giving them direction?
Like a Cupid doll today.
That Is this problematic? It is interesting that they are giving them direction in this section, because we don't usually see any direction. We're like, get more couture, more less, more. I just don't like the way you cry constantly.
Reshoot. Rel looks like a Cupid doll. Today, she's a strong Amazon woman.
It was just being 2 different people in one shot.
Oh, it's gorgeous, Narelle.
I've only taken 1 good picture. Like, if I have a bad picture today, I would be the one going home, and I know that.
Oh, it's very
like
avant-garde, isn't it?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Go. Okay, no. Bella, fantastica.
Can you give me some without that mouth?
Brava, ferma.
Oh, yes, she does have a thing where she's like,
The
mouth.
motion and the intent and everything is amazing. Can I zip you up? It's like a Band-Aid.
And wow, what a body.
The second one was more normal, like a snotty, rich girl.
You're gonna have to pretend.
Oh, I love what they've done with her
hair. I want it to be
hair.
like you're kicking me. Your alter ego will probably be acting within here.
And you'll never speak again, Nicole.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
What's this?
Brilliant. Don't
1930?
pose, Eva. Pretend that
An
she's
art project?
there. Fantastic. And this one you look like a star. I want you to react by reaching around my neck. There you go.
They are
Yes.
speeding through this photo shoot. I wonder if we've got like some drama or something that's going to happen later in the episode because they are speeding through this.
Which is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Mark Bauer told me I was too big.
So use the whip to kind of antagonize this one. Yeah. Face up to the light. Show the butt.
I don't really know what this is, but I guess it's a good opposite of being really sweet.
And remember, and show disgust.
There's just a lot of things going through my head. I'm concerned about my uncle that might be dying, and I hope it doesn't come out in my pictures.
Okay.
Try and put your hand through them, so it's like, I mean, doing this, but we'll digitally do it, so it's like the hand is going through.
Oh, she's an actress. Game of Thrones are on the line.
Yes. Perfect.
Come
You're
on,
revealing yourself to her for a reason, because you are
Isn't she
a
also
ghost.
in The Rings of Power?
This look is that of 17th century courtesan.
Yeah, as the first time, but for the second time too.
Well, there you go.
17th century
brilliant.
A lot of the girls
Amanda.
are playing it kind of scared.
Like, they can hurt me.
Can you see if you're almost... Try and cheat your face that way, because we got to see all that amazing makeup.
A demon!
Yeah, it's great. That's great.
Oh, dear. Very booty. That's quite avant-garde. I like that outfit.
Did you tell me you are
oddly
a 12 or is it really a 14?
I feel like I got a bowling alley.
No, you don't.
I don't know why all the girls were so nice looking, and here I am looking like I work at Home Depot.
You have to understand too, Tocarra, if you were to do catalogs, you know, for plus size models and stuff like that.
This is high fashion. This is not catalog. I gotta prove myself to the high fashion.
Do you think that I'm going to be able to get a rack like this loaded with clothes in your size?
You can't find something in my size, so I'm supposed to feel bad because you said have to start
You're
trying
taking
right
everything
now.
as a negative. I don't think that you realize how this whole modeling thing works. There's like no appreciation. All right, you got pinched. Oh my God.
I know, oh my God.
Let me see.
That was loud.
Oh, that was vile! The way they are treating Tocarra, not acceptable. And then, like, physically injuring her as well. I'm guessing that would have been... So what it looked like she was doing behind Tocarra there was putting in, like, pins to make everything, like, fit the body nicely. And it looked like she must have just, like, gone like that with, like, a pin and just, like, proper stabbed her. And then she's like, all right, I'm sorry, what? Like, that is not the tea. If you're already feeling a little bit like, I'm in an argument, and then someone stabs you, of course you're going to go and scream. That is unreasonable. And the idea that that woman is like, you really think that I'm going to be able to get anything for you? There's no appreciation. Like, well, what is she meant to do? Is she meant to be like, I'm really sorry that I am a plus-size model. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience to you, you fragile little... What is she meant to do? That's vulgar. We have seen so many people in this episode that if I was at a party with and they spoke to me, I would be like, this person deleted. No interest at all. Blocked on Instagram, never speaking to again.
I just wanted to read a little more in your eyes, because honestly, your weakest point in your photo are your eyes. Other hand, though, I want to feel your pain. I want to feel your longing. Because look at her, she's a parking attendant, Davide. Like, she's opening the door for the glamorous ones.
Oh, is it going to be Tocarra versus Cassie?
To try and let down that wall is going to be her biggest challenge. Because she's afraid to act with her eyes.
She's not afraid. She's had a shit day.
We're going to have to really severely strap them down.
I allowed other people to take my energy. I've been disappointed with myself. That they would have made me feel so bad and ashamed.
You work it. Jim, for positioning, just give me my keys. And can you give me a little... Yeah, it's the camera's point of view. That's great. Can we see the space here, Davide?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Good. Stay there. Good.
got such a beautiful face, but your eyes, they're a nice sultry almond look, which is just like the sexy look, but oftentimes it can read dead.
Okay, well, she's literally a 1950s supermodel here, so what's she meant to do? Sultry is the name of the game.
I really let it get to me.
I'm just trying to stay positive. And then everybody's like,
even though they say that they welcome plus size model, you know that they don't pay as much attention to you, and you're handling yourself very well. You have one thing, let's hope it fits, and that's it. So you have a right to break down.
And she should make me feel like that, you know?
Yeah, a stylist should never make you feel like that.
I compare myself to everybody else, but damn! Slacks and skirts and dresses, and I think it's just hard because I'm steady just trying to be so grateful, just be so grateful, but it hurts.
Never be grateful for crumbs, sis. Demand cake.
And we have Tyra now. Where's Amanda? Tomorrow you will meet with the judges. Only 7 you will continue in hopes of becoming America's next top model. One of you will be eliminated.
Elomslated. Oh, I feel a bit angry at this
I'm
episode.
going home with each cut. I love
Nicole
being
there.
positive.
Somebody goes home.
You never know who's gonna go, and I've learned to stop guessing. But just from what I saw, I think Tocarra had a really hard time with the beauty shots.
I guess it really upset me, the photo shoot, because I've been disappointed with myself.
I'm still extremely
Someone
nervous.
did go out of their way
This
to
is the kind of
disrupt your
food you
energy,
eat when you're
though.
depressed. I've been trying
so
so
hungry.
hard, and I'm so proud of myself. Nice and fattening. I've gone through 6 eliminations, not being the strongest girl, and
why
I'm
are we
still
watching
here.
this? Why? Like, do we need 8 shots of her eating? Oh, strangulation! Dead bodies! I mean, she looks dead behind the eyes in both of those pictures. Awful photo.
Smaller. Today we're going to make our 7th cut, which will bring us
Everybody's in a camisole except Nicole.
Become America's next top model.
Model.
We have some amazing prizes.
No.
You'll receive a
That is a
modeling
lie.
contract with the top international modeling agency, Ford Models. A
Ford.
photo spread in Elle magazine,
Ooh.
which will be photographed by world-renowned photographer Gilles Ben-Simon,
Gilles.
and a $100,000
£100 voucher for DFS.
Now, of course, we have some very opinionated judges.
Of course we do.
Janice Dickinson. Janice is the first supermodel ever in existence.
And also a liar.
Is a noted fashion
Nigel
photographer.
Biscuit.
Nolan Marin, a prominent fashion editor
Nelly
and
Miriam.
stylist. And we have our special
Oh,
guest
the worst
judge,
person
an
possible.
amazing
Oh, look,
designer,
zoom in on her.
Mark Bauer.
Amazing.
This
I don't
week,
think
I
so.
taught you guys how to present yourself.
What's with the
at
lima
Go
beans?
Sees. Now it's time for the judges to see that for themselves.
Okay.
The 5 of us here represent a fictitious fashion line by the name of House of Je ne sais quoi. We want you to tell us why we should hire you to be our campaign girl.
Okay.
Welcome to the House of Je ne sais quoi.
This is a piece from our latest collection from Je ne sais quoi.
A gas mask meets the runway, and I love it.
How does it make you?
This is where I am a little bit like confused because they constantly say, you're not taking this seriously. You're not making any improvement. You're not taking this seriously, girls. And then they put them in this situation where they're like, we're going to be fashion ridiculousness, girls. We are clowns. The House of Je ne sais quoi. Like, is this a serious modelling show? Is this a reality TV show? Or is this an opportunity for Tyra to be like, look at me, I'm very important, that? Or is this just the body shaming Olympics?
Is that tea?
Makes me feel beautiful and kind of mysterious.
And it's so
It's
unique
very
and it's
cyberpunk,
super, like,
isn't it?
quirky.
This is something you'd like
You'd
to
see
wear.
it in Slimelight, under the bridge.
I mean, that wouldn't be my everyday dress, but I would definitely rock it.
I see un petit bouton. Do you have a little skin problem? Just a little?
It's a menstrual breakout.
Zero.
Cassie, I want my muse to live inside my house with me.
I would be honored to live with you, of course.
We all live together.
I find that a little odd. I'm not gonna lie to you.
If this campaign is really a big campaign for you, why not make it larger than life?
I can see with you it would be larger than life.
Now it's time for your value.
Like, obviously they asked her to do that. Tocarra wouldn't just be like, I'm now going to do interpretive plie. Like, that... What a weird section that was. What was the point in that? Like, none of that was actually like, will you be a spokesmodel for our fictitious fashion house? It was all just like, buffoonery, girls. Let's all buffoon about the buffoonery.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
So the first girl on the chopping block is Eva. You had a photo where you had to evoke the power of an alter ego.
Right. Oh, I like that dress. It reminds me a little bit of Shea Coulee's pastel rainbow that she did on Drag Race. That looks quite nice. Although this obviously was like 20 years before.
Wow, that's amazing. It took me a while to realize that it was you in both poses.
Finally, you didn't tilt your chin that far up so we could see right up your nostrils.
Up next, we have Anne.
Oh, it's never positive, is she?
I just see such amazing potential in you, and I think that photograph is just the beginning.
Thank you. Alrighty, Cassie. So you had a casting for the House of Je ne sais quoi. I said blah.
I know that we were laughing, we were having fun with it. You have to be happy, polite, non-fazed by that.
All right, Cassie, so you had a alter ego photo shoot where you had to show some strength.
What is that? Yeah.
It could be stronger.
Exactly. Even if you took your hands up and did diva.
The makeup is fierce, the hair is fierce, but your face is a little bit too relaxed. You're like kind of pushing through, but not bursting through.
Just realize how gorgeous you are and be full of yourself, strong.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Kind of difficult when she's had a week that she's had. Oh. Yeah. Nobody likes it?
It's sad when the judges are just silent. That means it's bad.
The way you're holding your mouth has no feeling to me.
We know you've got like capacity to pull out killer pictures. You've got eyes and the whole thing. It just seems like,
Oh, that was, I didn't expect.
A little more confidence. I want to see some spark. I want to see, I'm no
I don't want to hear you talk in your lime anymore.
Your hands on your hip and kind of like
wiggle it out, girls.
That looks better. There's confidence now instead of hi.
Oh my God.
Oh. The secretary look is not working for me.
No, not at all.
That's gorgeous.
That works.
It's almost as if you have to be dressed up in costume to become fierce.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty up close.
That's fierce.
She's a ghost?
Hard to see it, wow. She's a ghost. That's your weakest picture?
Yeah. So she is a ghost.
It is weak.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a model to me. Nicole.
Prom debutante cocktail.
Not good.
We know you can do better than that.
Everything about it's wrong.
Okay.
Well, the first thing we've heard about Nicole, everything about it is wrong.
Have you ever in history seen anyone walk down the runway like that?
I think that you're the type of girl that can handle this crazy-ass fashion industry, because there are some crazy fools up in here. This House of Je ne sais quoi is only a little taste. In your mind, I'm sure you were like, they're crazy, but they want this, and I'm gonna give it to them, you know? But hey, I was like, she's fantabulous.
Okay. There's nothing modelly about it. Next.
It's a pretty shot, but it needs to have more passion behind the eyes. It always goes back to the eyes for me.
This is not versatile enough to be top model. It's just not. I'm so sorry.
Ooh. That is absolutely gorgeous. You're giving it.
Glamour, darling.
It's really, really good.
I want to be platinum, too.
I don't like the pictures that they've chosen for this one. I find it very surprising that they would not have been able to find anything better to put together.
Ooh. Now it's time to deliberate.
Interesting. Oh, I don't know who's gonna go. Obviously not Yaya.
In this photo, half of it is amazing. The other half, she didn't nail it.
Anne.
I have seen the starts of many great models. Anne has that.
This picture is really strong.
Anne has really upped the ante this week for herself.
Nicole.
She has an incredible face.
I don't know anything about her. She smiles and she's kind of cute, but then she walks out and I'm like, who's that?
Because you've basically edited her that way the whole season. You've not really allowed her to be a part. I'm sure she probably did speak and have opinions, but they were just like, Nicole, no.
Amanda.
I think this is the worst pictures that she's taken, for me anyway.
If Amanda builds a really strong editorial book, she can definitely have a successful career in fashion.
Norelle.
I've never been a big fan of Norelle, but she has grown on me.
Norelle's walk belongs in a circus.
Norelle is progressing, but her pace is way too slow. Eva.
So she's going to
really
go, right, Nicole?
Week. I mean, she nailed it.
Eva's still short.
Perhaps she'll grow by next week.
Tocarra.
Yeah. She is a powerful individual, and in this shot, I don't think the passion was there.
This is a little weak on one side of the picture. And
a little weak? Tocarra looks better than she does. If the body could just slim down 150 pounds, that would be good.
Then she'd be 30 pounds.
That would be better.
She's not America's Next Top Model. It's ludicrous to think that she would be.
It will never be top model.
The things that you guys say are the same things people said about Kate Moss. She's so short. We've never had a top model that tiny.
Tocarra's out.
Tocarra is in.
Cassie.
I love the pose.
Grim.
But you know what? In fashion, you have to work with someone all day long. You have to be passionate about them. I would not book this girl.
Cassie's face is undeniable. I just want her to want to be here.
She needs to realize how pretty she is and sort of turn it out, but I'm not sure that she has that.
Kind of hard when you've just been body shamed and bullied all week.
Tocarra?
Cassie has much more potential to be a successful model than Tocarra has.
Cassie, this kind of prettiness in a girl is a dime a dozen. Tocarra, but there's something about her. She's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of flesh. You could have voted her out the first week. Why waste her time?
Didn't I?
No, you didn't. Why waste her time and tell her that she could be the only girl that could ever win America's Next Top Model that's a plus size?
Yep. You're the first plus-size girl that I could say could make it.
It's fine to have a stance, but for you to say one thing and then say something the next, stick with it.
I give up.
I just see a lot of discrimination.
Oh, what a juicy fight that was. Okay, someone told Janice to shut up and think about what she's done.
But I only have 7.
Right, who's going? Cassie versus Tocarra? No.
Continue on the journey
Amanda,
towards
maybe?
becoming America's Next Top Model.
Oh, right.
First name I'm
Oh, it's a
going to
lot.
call Eva.
Really? I honestly thought they were going to be like, Anne, you've done so well this week.
You're still in the running towards becoming America's Next Top Model.
We haven't really seen a lot of Eva this episode. Okay, there's...
What happened to the girl that didn't know how to take pictures?
I don't know.
A little something extra special. I think you've shown us that there is a little something in you. Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations. You're still in the running towards becoming America's Next Top Model.
Okay. This episode has been very...
Come on, girl, you're fierce.
Emotional.
When the makeup is all simple.
Most of the emotion is...
Years. A top model has to use their imagination.
Sure.
Amanda, congratulations.
Nick Wabliers.
Congratulations.
Right, so Cassie versus Tocarra.
Will Tocarra and Cassie please step forward?
Cassie's going?
I only have one photo in my hands, and I will only call one name. The girl that I do not call must immediately return to the apartment, pack your belongings.
They've both been body shamed this episode, so there's no real winner, is there?
One of you seems to have such joy and such a vivacious and contagious personality.
Or nation.
The other doesn't seem like they want to be here at all. One of you, a lot of the judges really believe in and thinks that even though she might not want to be here, she could have a crack at being a model. And the other, a lot of judges think there's no place for her in this industry. It's not going to change. This is the way it is, and this is the way it's always been. Tonight's judging was very difficult. Tocarra, congratulations.
Okay, kind of happy with that. Tocarra's said some problematic things in the past, but... I'm kind of glad that she got that, but also Cassie, very sad because that storyline was very unpleasant with her body. Oh my God, loads of thoughts.
I just had a feeling it would be me just because I was unhappy here. I don't want to live in New York City because I don't think I have what it takes to be a top model. I feel like I'm just with girls I don't like. I just want to be with my boyfriend and my mom. I don't ever want to live with a group of girls again. Let's go to Oklahoma.
Wow. Okay. Goodness. All right. Fading into the nights. Goodbye, Cassie. Wow. I've got some thoughts. So, my lovelies, what a difficult episode this was to watch, wasn't it, little Biscuitina? Some of the weird opinions that we've seen from various different people on this episode. One of the pressing ones, again, was about Cassie's body type. She did say something quite, in my opinion, reprehensible about J. Manuel in drag. The fact that she was like, it's gross, it's disgusting, I don't see this in Oklahoma. I am a little bit like, what did you think the fashion industry was going to be filled with? There are very interesting characters in the fashion industry and you can't be prejudiced towards them. So I don't appreciate Cassie for saying that. But at the same time, I still do not think that she deserved the treatment that this show put her through. I feel like that designer at the end, Mark Bauer, being like, your thighs, no, let's measure you in front of everyone, but also I'm in lime. I just feel that's just so repulsive. What absolute deplorable behavior. No inner thought of like, maybe I won't do this to save this poor girl's mental health. I guess this was in the era of before mental health consideration. I guess things like the modeling industry though, even nowadays, I don't feel like they really appreciate mental health spheres. I feel like lots of companies are like, we know it's stressful. We know you're working really hard. But you know what we need on Friday? Not mental health awareness, but a pizza party. I feel like mental health conversations, treatment, and like ongoing management through the work sphere need severe overhaul. And is there any better place to see that than literally in a modelling show from 20 years ago, Mr. Biscuit? Are you sleeping? I'm sorry. Am I yelling on the internet too much? What a good boy. Also, the instance we saw of that stylist berating Tocarra, being like, do you expect me to have a rack full of clothes for you? Like, yes, that's your job. Grow up. Like, and then the fact that she literally, like, physically assaulted her with clearly like a needle or something whilst pinning her clothes together. That was so grim to watch. And then the very fact that she was placed so low for that whole situation, and it was never mentioned, it was never spoken about in a way of like, oh my goodness, have you had like a difficult week this week because people have been treating you in a certain way? Let's explore why that might be, or should we explore your feelings about it? No, Tocarra was expected to hold herself to a higher value and higher sense of discipline than any of the other girls on this episode. And I find that that is really quite grim. But my lovelies, let me know what you guys think about what we've seen in today's episode in the comments box below, because it's left me feeling a little bit hot, a little bit bothered. I feel like my blood pressure's up a good 40%. Goodness, I hope the next episode is a little bit more lighthearted. I feel like the last couple of these have been very, very intense. And with that, my lovelies, it's time for the Patreons. You can see yourself scrolling past on the screen right here. Look at this baby, completely asleep. Yes, you can, my loves. We have a bunch of new Patreons, so I want to say a massive hello and welcome to Andra Franciscato, Cecilia, Tatsu the Terrible, Mary Johansson, The Pie Fairy, Mila Vondi, and Bad Wolf. Oh my goodness, is that a reference to Dr. Whomst? Thank you guys for joining the Patreons, you absolutely stunning, gorgeous people. And as always, I want to say a massive thank you to my top tier Patreons. Orkos Samoji, Beebles32, Shell Herman, Christy Crownover, Christina Kyle, ContraPoints, Danielle, Elizabeth Stone, Eric Castillo, Fable and Flourish, Jamie Clark, Jen Martin, Jenabeth Herman, Jinwoo Choi, Caitlin Wright, Laura Jane, Les Banana, Lizette Cares, Millie Hammond, Min Min TM, Mariah Sherman, Novembrix, Paolo Rivera, Rubik's.co, Ryan Vita, Slampire Queen, Steffutech, The Chaos Collective, Victoria Corella, and Zoe Sevier. And you know what, my loves? I'm gonna leave it on the note of, if someone assaults you with a needle in your workplace, scream at the top of your lungs. You are more than entitled to. What an absolutely absurd scenario to view, in which they were like, oh, she's being a bit loud. She was just stabbed by a needle. What's wrong with you people? Oh, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Right, time to go de-stress, Biscuit.